Okay, I'm ready for my third and final color. So this time I could try to lay the speck down on there, but you know what? I'm not going to. I'm just gonna take my pencil, and I want part of my raccoon to stay gray. So I'm gonna carve in part of his face right in here. So what this is gonna do is allow the raised up parts to be my very last color. That's all that's gonna adhere to the ink. So anything I press down hopefully will stay gray. The color that I did previously, and anything that is raised up will be the last color. And I always like to save black for last, so that way I get this nice little black, you know, kind of outline on there. So I'll do a little texture right in here. And I didn't have some of this stuff on my sketch. That's okay, to kind of think through as you go. Sometimes with printmaking, it's a lot different than painting, I think, because it's more about the process. And it's harder to kind of plan out what you're gonna do. At least in my experience it is. Okay, let's see. I think I'll do a gray right in here too. And then some texture right through here. So with reduction printmaking, it gets a little harder because you have to kind of think differently about it. So what I'm pressing down isn't really shading, it's what's going to stay one of the colors that I did before. And you want to be careful not to rip your foam while you're doing this step, because you can't really make another one. You have to just keep the one you have and make it work somehow. Okay, so I'll just add a little texture in here. And then I think as my since I'm just going to do that very darkest layer on my raccoon, I'm going to cut the rest off so that I don't have to worry about it messing up. And that's why I put your name on there right in the middle on the back, so that if you want to save your little animal, you can. Now, if your animal is super tiny, this is where I wanted you to kind of see the process, so that if you need to make some adjustments and make a bigger version, you can. Okay, you actually can do that before you start carving. Okay, so now I'm going to grab my last little bit of ink. I'll get a dirty cover sheet here, and I'm going to ink him up. And it's okay if a little bit of ink gets on the parts where you've tried to carve it down. Don't worry too much about that, because of course it's not going to be the worst thing on earth. I'm going to see if I can make sure that reflection shows up. Just make sure that's wiped off there. Now this is where it gets kind of messy, because you're going to have to pick up your stamp and your original print that's hopefully pretty dry and lay it all on there and not get fingerprints everywhere. But it is so fun because it just turns out so neat. All right, pressing this in, and this is my last layer. So 3 colors on each one of my 5 papers. Some of them will turn out, some of them won't. You'll have favorites, and you'll have ones that you don't like as much. Oh my gosh, look how cute that is. So cute. All right, I hope you enjoy. Have fun.